tell the truth, we ain't scared like a lot of y'all. Matters who they are, do we bow? No, not at all. Dropping bombs on this wicked world, so it gotta fall underground. Underground dialogue, we gon' tell the truth, we ain't scared like a lot of y'all. Matters who they are, do we bow? No, not at all. Dropping bombs on this wicked world, so it gotta fall. From the industry to the Oval Office, we expose the darkest motives of them all and disclose what the protocol is. Thinking and moving logical, stopping every maneuver possible, and apologizing for truth is not optional. We gon' help you with what you go through, reshape and mold you, and sweep over them weak lies they told you. If you living with no clue, we gon' deprogram the old you, and you get to keep your soul.
What up, man? It's your big brother K Reno.
And it's your boy Keith Stove.
Y'all are tuned in to another episode of the Underground Dialogue Podcast, where the name speaks for itself. And tonight,
yes,
look, man, this brother we have sitting with us, man, he was a part of a movement that was popping strong in the early 2000s all the way up through the 2000s, man, that really had the city in a grip and in a hold at one point. He was one of the original signature artists of the Choppaholix, man.
Yeah.
Spitting flows, whether it be freestyle, whether it be written, whether it be dropping those tapes, similar to the line of the legacies of Screw and Watts and Swisher House and how they did all those things, man, all the way up into now. And now this brother has taken the torch and brought it into the new generation, man. My brother, Mr. Grade A Choppaholix in the building.
Choppaholix.
Yeah, man. How you feeling, brother?
Man, I'm blessed, bro. I'm glad to be back. I'm in here with two legends, you know what I'm saying? Chopping it up about something I love to do and just really trying to get back on the grind, bro.
Yeah.
That's it.
Man, you know, I remember clearly when that movement first started to take off, and y'all had so much motion, so much movement at that time, and I didn't really understand what the Choppaholix was. I could kind of assess it by the name. That must be some DJ chopping and slowing it down. But when did that whole movement, what was the catalyst of that movement, and how did that whole thing get started?
Man, I know the Overdose and Kool-Aid had always been good friends, and you know, they wanted to do something as a team, and they like screwing and chopping music. You know,
DJ Overdose.
Yeah, DJ Overdose, DJ Kool-Aid.
Okay, got it.
And man, they started as a chop shop, and then they do compilations with Dope House Records or Latium Records, and screwing and chopping these compilations. And they say, you know what? Why don't we just start doing our own mixtapes? And they already made mixtapes, but they had never really sold them. But he always liked the screw thing, and you know what I'm saying, they started as a chop shop, and then they went into the Choppaholix, and lo and behold, whenever 104.9 started, they were actually going to have Watts on there screwing and chopping on Screwston Sundays, but he had the opportunity to go to 97.9, and he was kind enough to let us have the opportunity to get on there, or let my cousin, Overdose and Kool-Aid, let them do their thing, and brought us into the fold to do that. And my cousin tried to show love to so many artists. He liked breaking records and really showing what Houston had. And he was able to, through that radio station and through our syndicated radio show and XM radio show that he made, they were really able to capitalize on a lot of things, but also with a Latin twist, to where you're getting more artists. No matter the color of them, you're going to see a different diaspora of artists that, that come out on there. And I liked it. They weren't scared to break records, you know what I'm saying? And being part of it was amazing, you know what I'm saying? Like all that, being a part of it now is amazing. And, they built a really good foundation, and I'm just trying to build on that and do it the right way. And, you know what I'm saying? Put some love to the city and show some love to the city on new artists that may necessarily not have $400 just to get the shit promoted, or, things like that, or they're, they've been held bad hands sometimes. So what I try to do is, man, if you got good music, just send it to us, choppaholixmusicgroup@gmail.com, or DM us on Instagram, man. I'm trying to show love to anybody who's got good music. I don't care, you know what I'm saying? I don't care how much money you got. If you make me dope music, we're trying to promote you and show love.
You put something on my mind a minute ago, because the one thing that I didn't remember was which radio station y'all was on. So 104.9, that was one of those newer stations that would come out at
Univision, but it was hip hop.
And they were kind of rivaling 97.9 at that time.
Yes, sir.
And I think that was so good for the city, bro, because when it's only one game in town, and when that game is under an umbrella that makes it so hard for local or independent artists to penetrate, get through. I remember, because correct me if I'm wrong, didn't they have Mean Green up there at one point?
Mean Green, okay. Mean Green and Lump had a show together on Sundays.
Mean Green, when he first got there, he had hit me up, and he was like, man, come do a sit down interview up at the state. We said Univision. And that's where we were. And to this day, that's probably the longest radio interview I ever had on a big station like that. So for y'all to get in as the Choppaholix at that time, now y'all had this radio presence. What was that like just in the beginning when now y'all hopping on the radio and the city is hearing y'all?
Man, all I know is before I got in it, you know what I'm saying, my cousin did the intro with Paul. Before Paul got signed back with, he had left Swishahouse. Before he got back with Swishahouse, my cousin just, you know, they were homies, so he'd be like, hey bro, hop on this track. He got on the Choppaholix intro with Chingo Bling, and you know, we always showed him love, and he tried to do that with so many artists. So he intertwined with so many artists and was able to find that sound. He always had that ear, and was able to break a lot of people's songs and records or different artists that you may never hear of, that were really talented. And that was what I liked about it, bro. It wasn't any, he didn't have any bias towards anybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, it might be T.I. one day, it might be South Park Mexican the next day, it might be K Reno and Zero the next day, it might be like, that's what I liked about it. But it was amazing because before, so this was like right when social media, the MySpace time was, right? Then not as big as it is now, but the radio was it. Like when it came to communication, when it came to listening to everything, you know, every Sunday you always knew that Screwston and Party Mix was coming on with some new flows from us, or, you know what I'm saying, another artist. So it was a blessing. I remember whenever the Overdose had heard one of your albums that I told you changed him for a little bit, he actually played your song on the radio after that. And I started playing more of your music, and like we were jamming all your albums because of him. But I had known of you from that song, you know what I'm saying, with you and Zero from 25 years back. But, you know what I'm saying, from Street Military. So,
I remember when y'all came around, one thing with the Choppaholix that left an impression, not only was the name unforgettable, but y'all had personality behind it. Kool-Aid is a fool with it.
Yeah.
You know, and I remember around this time, tell me if y'all had any kind of difficulty, but I remember 104, back when Trey was going through his situation. Y'all be the ones that actually still be able to play them.
Yeah,
we can turn into 104 and still listen to it.
Most artists weren't blackballed from that station because of, I don't know his last name, but the program director, his name was Pete. Excuse me, Hispanic dude, and he was really cool with a lot of artists when it came to Slim Thug, when it came to anybody else. He'd break their records. Excuse me, he'd break their records and show love. Yeah, so Pete was the reason that we were able to play so much of that music at that time.
Okay.
Yeah, without a doubt, because when somebody's monopolizing, you know, they can call the shots, and they have the ability to keep certain people out. Like now,
yeah, they're gatekeeping.
And I just remember when that station, because there have been other stations that have come along that kind of have
tried to do it
and things of that nature. Now, when you got on the mic, when you started to get into the jumping on the flows and on the mixtapes and all that, what year was that, and how did that spark off?
Man, I think it was like 2003 or 2004, because I was like 13, 14, but I'd always been around Dose, so I used to go to a club called Coco Loco. Only certain people would know, but I was like 8 or 9 years old there carrying his crates for him, right? And of course, I couldn't drink, I couldn't smoke, but I got to watch everyone party and got to watch him rock the crowd, and it was amazing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I grew up around that and doing that, and I didn't know that I wanted to rap until I had heard an SPM Hustle Town CD with the Screw version on there, and then one of your nemesis that I don't know how you are with them now, but with Eminem, hearing Eminem's first album, you feel me? Yeah. But I'm neutral here, but like I liked Eminem, the way he was able to play with words and do things he did, and the way South Park Mexican, regardless of, you know, well, I'm not going to get into that situation, but he made a certain type of music, and it was like lyrical, you know what I'm saying? Like you heard that lyrical style from him. But what happened was I would listen to that music, and then in 4th or 5th grade, I started going to school, and I realized in my head, I just kept rhyming, you know what I'm saying? And then I saw people freestyling, so they take me to like middle school and high school, and I was, you know, rapping with boys that was way older than me. And then I realized, like, man, it's like I could do this, you know what I'm saying? It's cool. But Dose would never give me the shot, because he's like, nah, bro, you're family, so you can't just get in, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have to put the work in. It was actually Kool-Aid who showed me love and got me on when I got on one verse with Risky. And he said, hey, bro, we want you to stay on. And I mean, it was a blessing, bro. And I really try to take that craft serious, you know, every flow that I did, and try to make sure I came with punchlines and some people could listen to and rock with, you know what I'm saying? And people really, you know, were receiving it nicely, you know what I'm saying? It was cool. It was dope.
So what came first with you, the Off the Dome or the pen?
Off the Dome. Off the Dome. It was harder for me when I started writing, because like I said, from 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade, I would be going to high school parties, and you know what I'm saying? I'd be there and I just needed a little bit of green. And then after that, I wouldn't stop flowing. Like I'll go for 30, 45 minutes and it'd be a point. And people could tell you back from Sam Rayburn days, there used to be grown dudes that would get mad, like embarrassed because I would wreck them. And then their girls would be like, that's a little boy, bro. You can't do nothing to him. But, you know, I didn't realize that I could do it seriously until I kind of heard Dose and saw what he was doing. And then I started writing rhymes. But writing rhymes was harder than me than freestyling. But now I think it's the opposite for me. You know what I'm saying? But I really am not trying to make it about me. You know what I'm saying? I want to be a representative of the company, but I want this brand to be bigger than myself. You know what I'm saying? I really want to put on and make sure that it represents the city appropriately with a non-bias and just, you know what I'm saying? Just try to show love to everybody. That's what we're really trying to do, man.
What was the year where either y'all got off the radio or when the Choppaholix kind of just maybe just shut down for a little bit?
Overdose had heard one of your songs and told me he was thinking about, you know, giving it up for God. And I'm like, what you mean, bro? He was at his like pinnacle. And it was just the song I talked about where I don't know the name of it, but it's basically
talking about Valley of the Sea.
Valley of the Sea, yeah. So it blew our minds, but I was like, I didn't get that reaction from it. So he had that, and then people talking to him in his ear that you know had their interest, you know, his best interest at heart. But you know, he said, I'm gonna go Christian and I'm gonna leave it to you. I'm gonna sell you the company if you want it, and you and Kool-Aid do it together. But you know, I love Kool-Aid, but at that time, you know, we needed to keep things going. And Overdose was always the brains. Like Kool-Aid would be working too, but Overdose was the one who would mastermind the plans. So it was like that part was left out. And because I was younger, it was hard for me to guide, you know, Kool-Aid to do what I needed him to do because he's a grown man. You know what I'm saying? I can't force. So, and then I looked for DJs and I couldn't find anybody that was comparable to my cousin and Dose, and Kool-Aid. I mean, Overdose and Kool-Aid. So, you know, it was 2007, 2008. And I, you know, I had to make some money. I had a family, so I had to kind of take a chill pill from it and roll back. And I thought I was done, bro. Like I told you, I thought I was like, you know what I'm saying? I was just living my regular life, but I always missed music. I've always had a passion for music. I always kept up with the culture. And lo and behold, in 2000, like during COVID, I got a call from somebody that was caught with Kool-Aid, and they were like, hey, we're going to start Choppaholix again. And I was like, no, you're not. Without me, like, no. And I wasn't tripping. I was like, you know what? I'm going to let them do something. And if it doesn't work out, I'm going to just put my hands back in there and get what I need and you know, keep it cool. But I didn't think that many people mess with the company. Like they knew it, but it meant so much to so many people, and they're showing love and supporting it now. And it's nice to have that platform. But I basically took it over maybe a year and a half ago. Shout out to Hustletown Network and Tex. So Tex really loved the Choppaholix and grew up on them. And he even told me, you know, one of the reasons that he became what he is now with music is because of Choppaholix. So he was the one who started it with Kool-Aid and Risky, but he didn't know that I said no. So it was nothing like I ain't got no ill will towards him because he was just trying to, you know, do something that he liked. But it was really a blessing for me because while I wasn't even thinking about music 3 or 4 years ago, they found me my DJ. You know what I'm saying? Like the DJ that I thought I was looking for, you know, 17 years ago, but they found it for me when I'm not even touching it. So it's like a blessing from God. You know what I'm saying? For me to find a DJ when I wasn't even looking for him, because I wanted that standard that Overdose and Kool-Aid stood by. You know what I'm saying? And that's DJ Crazy. And then I recently got a new DJ about 6 months to a year ago, DJ Drew, who does videos and also the songs. So now we're trying to hit it from both ends and both angles.
Y'all got Sauce Park too, huh?
Yeah. So Sauce Park was with us. So during the time that they were doing it, Hustletown Network, and we're cool. Everything's good. We had a difference of opinion in certain things, but me and him are homies. Like we're all good. Cool. I support him, everything he does, and I appreciate what he did for the company when I wasn't around because I had no say so on what was going on. I let them do the thing, but I got nothing but love for Sauce Park, and I, like I told him, I'm here to support him and what he does. Anybody who does this type of music, because I know we need to keep it alive because it's part of the culture. You can't just be 1 or 2 people doing it. You know what I'm saying? So he really held it down.
And people don't know Sauce Park DJs a lot of our events, a lot of our Sauce Park co-hosts.
Yeah.
You know, we just did Austin together last week, this past few days ago. Yeah, so he always
he in there.
He's almost like a honorary SPC DJ. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You got some things up? Yeah.
I was gonna ask him, when you took off the time off and you had to do your work because you had your family, how was it people's reaction when you tell them, You know, like, you wanna...
Man, they were asking me when am I gonna come out with more music. They're like, come
Everybody
on,
knows
bro.
that name.
Yeah, they're like, man, you tripping, bro. Like, you need to do something. But I'm like, dog, if I can't be all in, I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? I gotta eat. First, like, I can't do anything if I ain't got paper to eat. Paper to stack. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So, I wanted to do it, but I didn't see me finding a DJ ever, because you got to find somebody that wants to be part of a team that wants to do it for the brand and not for themselves is really hard to find. Like somebody who really cares about this company like I do, where they know that I'm going to take care of them as long as they take care of the company. You know what I'm saying? So I was lucky to find DJ Crazy and DJ Drew, who both like, they grew up with it, they respect it, and they want to make sure that they're putting out a quality product. You know what I'm saying? So it took me a long time to find teammates who care enough, who I could trust, that would do what they need to do. But really, I had only tried a couple of folks 17 years ago, not recently. So whenever it happened, it was a blessing, bro, to find DJ Crazy. Like,
so when Overdose pulled out, what was up with Kool-Aid at that time? Did he pull out at the same time? Did he hang around for a little while?
I think he kind of fell back a little bit, and I think
shortly after Overdose,
I think family issues or something going on where he just couldn't kind of work with it, and I couldn't force him to do it, but I tried, bro. Like I had $600 I gave T Gray, he can verify the story. I gave him $600 to get Zero to do a Chopping Up the Block Volume 12. And then I was gonna pay Slim Thug to do Chopping Up the Block Volume 13. So I gave him the money. He had got them to them, and then I got my money back because I don't know what happened. It was a misunderstanding. But I was really trying to put all my chips in. You know what I'm saying? To keep it going. T Gray had helped out for a little while. Shout out to T Gray. He's always been my partner. But I couldn't find somebody that could really care about this company, because I think back and I'm like, man, instead of being an artist, I should have just been a DJ. I was tripping, and I started off DJing. You know what I'm saying? So. But it's just a blessing to have the teammates who care about the brand like I do, because it can't just be me. Like, people tell me, well, you could just be putting out albums, and I'm like, bro, Choppaholix isn't just grade A. Like, it ain't, you know what I'm saying? And that's not my focus. I'm trying to help put other people on, and I really want this to be a platform so we can find these next Mexican OTs and D-Babies and anybody else, or Sauce Walkers, or anybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, anybody.
Well, let me ask you this. So now in might as well say 2026, what's gonna be the strategy to brand Choppaholix now without radio, without that platform that was pretty much right there in the beginning? Social media is what it is, but
so social media has played a huge part in it, especially whenever Tex had it taken over the Instagram for a while, the Choppaholix one. So he helped me build it up. But through our TikTok and our Instagrams, we're getting a lot of love, but we're also doing different compilations and different albums for different artists. Like, if anybody wants their stuff screwed and chopped, you know what I'm saying? We ain't hit nobody over the head, but we gonna make sure it comes out right. You get your stuff screwed and chopped by the Choppaholix. So right now we've really been building a catalog of different things we've been doing in different compilations for different artists. And I want to offer our services to you. You let me know whenever you need anything slowed and chop. I would love to do it. It'd be a blessing. You know what I'm saying? And that's really what we're doing. But also, we do mic drops as well on Sundays. And they may be a video from somebody that people don't know. There's a dude named Tillo that I saw him perform, and I didn't realize he was a homie with my homie DJ HCX Drew. And I saw him perform last Saturday at Winter Sports Bar before OC Chris. And I'm like, this dude can't be from Houston, because he's singing and he can rap his ass off. And then I find out, he's from H-Town. I said, man, I told him, whatever I got to do to promote your stuff, you let me know. And because the brand has that equity, I think that people see that and they see an artist on there, and it exposes them to a new a fan base. And it's just getting back these art. People are now starting to realize that Choppaholix is finally back. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's in there like swimwear. We working, things are getting done. But it just took a long time to get to this point where I want things done the right way and we're doing it correctly. And I'm very anal about stuff. So the problem is that sometimes I gotta just be like, all right, I'm gonna let it go, because we gotta put out product. It's about being consistent. Consistency is key. Like, that's one thing I realized. It's like, if you ain't putting out music and you're not consistent and it's not quality, you're not doing nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially in this generation where the attention deficit is gone. But one thing about y'all that's good, y'all still got those radio voices.
Yeah.
I can still put it out and make it interesting. So, like, we got other stuff coming around. I got to listen to this guy.
Yeah.
Because it's intriguing.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. That's what I just did my second, this is my second podcast. I did my first podcast, and Humble was like, man, bro, you're a good person to have a good guest on, because you communicate, I got the gift of gab. Sometimes I got to keep it closed, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? It's a blessing to be here. I appreciate both of you guys. And
it's all love, man. Radio The reason why I asked that question earlier is because radio have always had the natural ability to consolidate a large amount of people together at one time.
Yeah.
You know, social media is kind of everything
So,
all over the place. So that challenge is going to be.
With that being said, I've had some people tell me, you know, they have relationships in different areas of the radio. The program directors may want to do something with us, but I kind of, we'll see if it happens. You know what I'm saying? But either way, the brand has equity that people know about. So I want to make sure that we're putting out quality products, putting out that music, and putting out new stuff for anybody, right? Yeah. But the goal is to get back on the radio and have a radio show as well.
Yeah, you know, and I know Texas in real good with 97.9 and all that.
Yeah.
Had there been any conversation? And I'm not saying, you know, I know that it has to go through higher levels of protocol. But I know it is in his heart. He would love to do it. Have any conversations been?
Nah, honestly, it's been more with other folks and other stations because they got Watts already on there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Okay,
and they used to have the Hustle Town night on 97.9 where you could do on Sundays. You know, because it's not getting, you know, they just use it like for free time and promote different artists. So they've got a little more stringent with that. So with them, I don't think it would happen. But with Kiati, you know what I'm saying. Yeah. Kiati's my boy, I know him forever. I've heard with him there may be a possibility that if they wanted the services, we could do it, and I think it could be a good opportunity for them to get more people on that sound because they're gonna have new music cracking every Sunday. You know what I'm saying? But have I spoke to them about that? And the program director, no. So, and I know how you know how strict it is with the radio, whether the program director lets things go and let things not go. So, you know what I'm saying? But we're gonna try it out. We're gonna try it with Kiati. We're gonna see what's up.
I wanted to see with that because you know nowadays. Usually, you don't even hear Houston music on Houston radio.
That's what I'm saying, you know what bro. I mean? It drives me nuts.
And the stuff that y'all was doing so much with breaking different artists, would that tie you down a little bit, then where you can actually get on your own internet channel or the internet radio?
So that's the plan. Right now, we're working on the website. We're working on some merchandise, more extra merchandise, and also working on just having a platform, either internet radio or an app. Yeah, so that way people can hear the stuff and I'll have it in one consolidated place. People are really interested. So we're selling like these old Choppaholix mixtapes. And I got this one signed by Lil O. We're going to be promoting it and giving it out to somebody. Whoever gets the most followers, most likes, got to be following us. So it's signed by Lil O. Who's Chopping Up the Block Volume 10. So people are going crazy for the classic stuff, but what we're trying to do is put out new compilations with new things. You know what I'm saying?
Create new classics. Yeah. But the beautiful thing is that y'all have established a foundation that allows y'all to actually have classic material. In the beginning, were y'all kind of following the template of how they did it with Screw and how Watson did it? Were y'all printing out CDs and things of that nature?
Yeah, Overdose was, and then he was always, because he worked at the station, so he was always cool with Gemini, with you, with everybody, whoever he could be. And, you know, he would try to break records all day. Like just, and then he'd be at the club hanging out. You know, everybody was at the different clubs and everyone used to go to the same T-Town, Roxy, all the, you know, Coco Loco. So everybody was locked in together, you know, and the way the game was, like, you know, you used to get them records and fetch you your house, right? If you worked at the station or if you were a radio DJ, you know, you get the pre-release albums and all that. So if he heard something good, he just played it, man.
Yeah.
And he really promoted a lot of folks. And that's what we want to do, is really be able to promote everybody that's dope. You know what I'm saying? Like Tillo, that dude could be a star. Like I still ain't talked to him. I talked to his pops, but I'm like, bro, I need you to like do something with us ASAP, like a mixtape, whatever, because that boy can sing, that boy can rap.
He a young guy?
Young cat, dog. Yeah, man. I don't know. He can't be past his 30s. He's got
his pops managing him, or just kind of.
I think his pops was with him. But that dude, when I saw him at Winners, because I was gonna go see all that OC Chris about doing his work, I spoke with his manager, and then I watched the guys perform before him, and I was like, "Does this dude? He was so good that I thought he came with OC Chris." Yeah. So I was like, "Hold up!" And then they were like, "Yeah, he's from the North Side, like, you know what I'm saying? He be." I said, "Hold up!" Like, I ain't ever heard him. So people like that, I'm trying to like show them love and put them on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what it was about. It's like you see an artist that's not on yet, people don't know, and then you had enthusiasm to try to be the one to break.
Yeah, and I ain't asking, and artists, I ain't asking for nothing from y'all, just to promote your shit, to play your shit. Yeah. You know, what I gotta explain is a lot of people, especially people that weren't around from that 17-year period where we weren't around, that may have been born during that time, is Choppaholix is a name that people know, that even younger people know because of their parents. Or if you ask your parents, they're gonna tell you what Choppaholix is. So they don't see sometimes that when I try to show them love, they think I'm trying to get something from them. I'm like, nah, bro. All I want to do is promote your music, bro. We might screw and chop it for you, and if you want to do your album screw and chop, it's all good. But I ain't trying to take nothing from you, bro. Like I just want to play your shit.
They from
That's
a different generation.
Yeah, bro.
Like, what was the gap in terms of time between y'all shutting down the Choppaholix to you regenerating? How long had it actually been?
17.
You said 17 years?
Yeah, like you know what though? Because when Sauce Park and them was doing it with Hustle Town Network and Kool-Aid, it was like what 2020, so it's gonna be like 15 years.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? But well, as far as me coming back and because I've always owned a larger portion of the company than Kool-Aid, you know what I'm saying, that I bought from my cousin. So what we try to do is make things go a certain way, but I can't force somebody to do what they don't want to do. So finally, you know, Kool-Aid was done with music, what he told me. So I was able to purchase his portion of the company from him. So that way, you know, if things don't, you know, turn out the way I wanted to, we can switch things around and do things and do them. You know, nothing against Kool-Aid. That's my partner. You know what I'm saying? Y'all look out for Kool-Aid. Show him some love if you see him out in the streets. That's my boy. But we family. But now that I'm able to have the control and know that the time I'm investing and the energy I'm investing is going to go towards a certain goal, and we're all on that same goal, it feels like the trajectory is already going up. And, you know, I felt like a year ago, people were like, okay, I guess Choppaholix is back, whatever, because there was consistency. And when I started coming back in with them, now I know people were like, bro, like, when we went to that Winter Sports Bar, I'm sitting there outside chiefing, and there's a dude outside. And he's like, "Hey, bro, are y'all for real Choppaholix, like from 2003?" And I'm like, "Yeah, bro, but I used to be an artist." They're like, "I don't care, bro. I fucking love Choppaholix. Like, it's a blessing, bro. Like, I didn't know." That made me realize, like, regardless of what I feel, if it means that much to that many people, because it's not the first time that's happened recently, I'm like, bro, I gotta do something with it and show love, but really go pay it back to the homage of what it was, you know what I'm saying, and showing love to different artists and doing mixtapes and screwing and chopping albums. But what I like is that our DJ, whenever Overdose had heard him, like he got him, he's like, I don't like him, he's too perfect. And Overdose is one of the people that don't say that to know about nobody. So I was like, man, I think I got the right one if he says that. He ain't got one complaint about him. But it's a blessing to have him. It's just showing them the song selection of different things. But they do be trying to find new artists. But for me, I'll be looking for them artists like that boy Tillo. Like, I'm gonna keep saying his name. That boy go hard. Like, I was like, I gotta work with him. I gotta do something with him. When I see artists that have that real talent, that raw talent, to either have bars or either sing or rap or just even melodize right, I'm like, bro. And if they ain't got the love that they've been getting, you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to show them that love and build that equity with them. But they just gotta. I think certain ages know what it was and what it is, and then sometimes the younger generation gets schooled by somebody else, and then they're like, "Oh, okay." Because I've seen people be like, they want to talk to me somewhere, and then it'll be 5 minutes later, and they're like, "Hey, bro, you with the Choppaholix?" Like, I'm like, "Yeah, dog." And it's cool because they understand what Choppaholix means when someone explains it to them. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You know, but people have always had this thing where it's like, well, you know, man, ain't nobody doing nothing in the city no more. Nah, it's so many great, talented artists out here that had a potential to be big, just like a lot of our legends have come through and been big. It's all based around opportunity. Somebody has to provide an opportunity, a platform for, like you say, the brother you heard to be actually heard, and it gets frustrating as a fan of music and somebody who loves the city. It gets frustrated when you see us being caught up in this rut for all these years where nobody has been, and you can think of somebody, you can correct me, but I can't remember the last time somebody was just organically broken out the city. Out, you know, outside of you got to take somebody who just blew up on the national, like a Megan or Travis Scott or somebody. You know, maybe I guess Sauce Walker could fall into that category. Just being, but you don't see it a lot. Just that homegrown from the mud, and back in the days, even though the radio always been scammy, they always been about money and all this crap, there still were times where some of the DJs would have that show at night where they could play. They would have a Choppaholix. They would have Watts would have a show where you could at least get that one spin that might make somebody say, "Man, what is that?" You know, I just wish you could get back to that, but I know the business and the politics of it. make that.
Yeah, we sure is trying, because I know my boy Noble, he's tapped in with a lot of people at the stations, and he's like, bro, if you're really serious about it and y'all can be consistent, we could possibly do something. But it's just getting that done. So I hold my breath. You know what I'm saying? Don't get my hopes up, but it would be amazing to do that again. But with the platforms that we do have, we're trying to keep it consistent and come out actually with possibly digital and hard copies and new chopping up the blocks with different artists on there. It's just finding them artists that I'm finding, like Homeboy Sillo, or what I'm saying, somebody like a D Baby, or somebody like that just can rap like that, bro.
Yeah.
Finding them raw talented folks that see what it is, or see Choppaholix and know what it is and respect it, that want to work with it. You know what I'm saying?
They want to work. Yeah.
But I had a question. Back when Choppaholix was going, I remember y'all was coming around right around the time when I was hearing a lot about the Go DJs. Now, was it Go DJ? Were y'all ever Go DJs?
So nah, they weren't. They were part of Chaotic DJs. But High C and all of us were cool. You know what I'm saying? All the Go DJs. They had different. They were Bum Squad DJs. That's what they were called. The Bum Squad DJs was what the station was. A lot of the people at the station. Latin Prince. That's a dude who was. He runs a lot of music in New York and different places. He ran that. But I don't know. I think some people at the station were Go DJs, but the majority of them were Bum Squad DJs. But they all work together, you know what I'm saying? Dose was in there and all the time doing stuff with them and everybody, interacting with the city. And that's really what I've been doing now, trying to pop up at Exotic Pop and different stops and, you know what I'm saying, put my face out there. And what's crazy is, like, I seen people that I saw when I was 14 and they still remember me. And I'm like, bro, like, I never realized, being out the game for so long, I didn't realize, and I don't mean this in an arrogant way, I didn't realize how many people I know. You know what I'm saying? Like, the relationships that I built as a kid, and because I was never slimy with nobody, they still cool with me. And that's how I'm able to build these bridges and still work with folks, you know what I'm saying? And not necessarily have the amount of money that I need to work with these folks, but they cut for me because they know that I was a solid dude who did good business. So I really rely on that good business, you know what I'm saying, and those relationships to try to get this back where it was. And luckily people respect it enough to where they know what Choppaholix is and want to interact with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I say all the time, people are gonna remember their interaction with you. If it's just one interaction, they're gonna remember whether it's good or bad. You not. Yeah. But they will.
Yeah.
So it's always important to make sure that we give people the love that we would want.
Yeah.
What was y'all's impact at that time, like, outside of the city of Houston?
Man, it was big in El Paso, in Albuquerque, in the Valley, a lot of different cities, because they had, like, I don't even know how many the total was, but they had a ton of syndicated radio shows. So every Sunday it was being played in different states. And then my cousin had XM radio as well.
Yeah.
And he was playing everybody, you know what I'm saying? He broke a lot of artists like Chingo Bling, Lucky Luciano, people like that. But also, he was the first one to say, and I want to say this again, he was the first one to play Mo City Don on the station. Like, they weren't playing, I don't remember them playing Zero on 97.9 The Box at all at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt.
Whenever they came through, I think Kool-Aid was cool with them, and I had always told Dose, I'm like, hey, bro, you gotta fuck with Zero. Like, his music is dope.
Yeah.
So he finally had heard it. He's like, okay, cool. So once the whole ABN, when Trey and Zero was still cool, J-Ton, Lil Boss, they're all there. They pulled up in the slabs. You know what I'm saying? I remember he had that 300, that Chrysler 300 with the elbows on it. He pulled up. And they go upstairs and they told us with the Mo City Don, he's like, hey, we literally just recorded this in the bathroom and put a mattress over the bath door.
Right.
So I don't know how good it's gonna sound. And I just start hearing that beat and it's slow, loud, and bang. And not only in my trunk, I'm like, bro, like, I didn't realize how big that was. You know what I'm saying? The same thing with Chilling With My Broad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Dose showed a lot of love to Hawk and a lot of the local artists, and that's what I liked. Like, it wasn't no bias. He just liked the music and he would play the music, but it was such amazing music, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Did Chilling With My Broad, did that make it into the actual rotation at 104?
Yeah.
At 104. I know on 97.9.
Yeah, on 104, it was always, we were the first ones to play it.
Now, the reason why I'm asking is because I had a conversation with Hawk years ago. We was in the studio doing a song together for my album at the time. And I could say this now, I wouldn't go say it, but it is what it is. Hawk was telling me about how he went through the business channels with 97.9 to get the song played and all that. And the song is born. We know what the song became. And when he came back to them with a new single, they were still trying to hit him for some bread.
Yeah.
So my deal was, even then, I was like, man, no respect for the relationship that we should have established, because, okay, if I took care of y'all with it, however it went down, and I took care of y'all twice.
Yeah.
Because if I showed up, I broke bread, and then a song blows up, I took care of y'all twice. Now y'all took care of me to play it, but it was for an exchange. So when we come back again, the common thought is, okay, well, we got a relationship now. Even if you still hit me again, you're not gonna hit me the same.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you give me $5,000 for a feature, and you come back and want to get 2 or 3 more features, I'm gonna show you some love.
Especially if that feature went platinum.
I'm gonna bust it down, yeah. So if 104.9 was running that single just because it was a good record,
Dose
then you got to salute that, man.
Yeah, Dose just like he loved Hawk.
Yeah,
he was just chilling with my brother and Swang. We were the first ones to play Swang. We were the first ones to play a lot of them H-Town classics.
Man,
I'd rather bang screw some of your music, a lot of your music. You know what I'm saying? It was just Dose broke records. And it was amazing, and I love that. And that's what I want to do with this company is like use this brand equity to show the fans, hey, look at this other artist, or look at this, and it just really put people on. I ain't asking for a dime, you know what I'm saying? We sure will do business when it's business time, but I ain't trying to hit nobody over the head, man. I'm just trying to. But you got good music, send it to us. You got a video you want screwed and chop. You got a song you want screwed and chop. We'll chop it up. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to DJ Overdose, to Choppaholix, man, because you just make, man. I'm getting mad now because I didn't get no radio play, man.
Hey,
they played my music, man.
Yeah.
They used to play my stuff. People used to hit me and tell me, and when you're talking about the song Valley of Decision, it's kind of connecting now because that song was on the Time Travel album that came out in 2006.
Mm-hmm.
When I did the interview with Mean Green, that was right when I dropped that album. So it was around in that time frame, and I left a copy of the album in the. Ain't no telling how Overdose came. Maybe he came across it like that.
I think that's how he probably got it.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. It all like coming together, man. But y'all have done so much for the city that has not been acknowledged, for a lot of artists that have not been acknowledged.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping and praying that you can recreate that vibe in this new era.
Yeah,
because it's much more,
it's different now.
Yeah, different.
You can't really do the mixtapes like you want to do them unless you just give them out for free and you just work on them because there's so much copyright infringement. You have to worry about this, that, and the other. So now it's about having original content or having. My goal is to have a couple compilations with different artists that I cut for, with some different producers that may want to work with us. You know what I'm saying? And do some splits. Go from there and get the artists whatever they need from there and just kind of do nice compilations. But that's what the goal is, man, to really show love to these artists and do these compilations, do things like that, possibly get back on the radio, but screwing and chopping the videos, building the catalog of screwing and chopping other people's albums and go from there, bro. And I tell people, some people told me like Lil O, and I love Lil O, that's my partner. You know what I'm saying? He always showed me love. I told him, hey man, if you need anything screwed and chop, let me know. And he's like, I appreciate that, but I'm only gonna go through Red because you know what I'm saying, it's SUC. And I said, that's cool, bro. I respect it. I was like, but if there's anything else you need done, let me know. Cause I'm not trying to step on his toes. None but love. Shout out to DJ Red, the whole SUC, for what they started, you know what I'm saying? And I got nothing but love for him, nothing but love for Watts, nothing but love for Ron C. Every company has its own little flavor, you know what I'm saying? That we all can do and work together. But for me, it's just trying to show love to these new artists, bro, and not hit them over the head and go from there and really put on. But we working on it. We finding new people. And GT Garza's really the one who forced me back into the game because he told me he wanted us to screw and chop his music. And, he's been doing it like you consistent. So he's been able to eat off of it like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's a blessing that he would put us back on and put us on that pedestal. But we really trying to let folks know, let people know, say who I am, who's behind the company, what we're doing, what we're trying to do, and what we did for the city. Without me, I'm not trying to brag. I'm not trying to get flowers for people that did something else, but the flowers are for the company for what it did and the history that it had in Houston. Like I said, like when Paul Wall had left Swisher House, he wasn't with Manhattan no more. And he was not doing anything. I remember he's coming on with his Crown Victoria, a red Crown Victoria, to the station, and he would always Overdose him, but always cool, always having music played. And he still showed us love when he got with Swisher House. But Dose just had that thing where he could just connect these dope artists together and show love. Even if they didn't have the station because the station was going to shut down, I know my cousin would have kept You know what I'm saying? Because he just that hungry with it. He wanted to be like you don't want to be like that no more, Puff Daddy. But I'm saying he wanted to be a
No, I
right?
understand. No,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's still going down the way.
The-
But
the-
talk about this real quick. Let's get you.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say instead of, I know you was Choppaholix with the music, but then talk about the Choppaholix on these hats and these products.
Yeah,
The brand.
Yeah, man. You know what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? I sell 1 for 30, 2 for 50. You know what I'm saying? If anyone needs any, they can DM us. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Laser Engraving who did the work on them. But there's different materials we can use, different things they can do with the hats, with the colors, with the patches. We are planning on getting some hoodies and some shirts, some different T-shirts made right now. It's just in the beginning stages, but we will have product for everybody because I know people have been asking about it and wearing it just like the Swisher House shirts and you know what I'm saying, screw shirts. So we definitely finna have some more products for everybody.
I want to touch on something business related because just in casual conversation, you was telling me how you purchased the company and Overdose being your actual cousin. It's like y'all kept it business for real. Like we family, bro, but
I charged him. I charged. He charged me a couple rags, bro. It wasn't bad, but I wanted the company. You know what I'm saying? I loved it, and I figured Kool-Aid would be, you know what I'm saying, ready to go. And nothing against Kool-Aid, but it just took me 17 years to find the right DJs that wanted to do it again. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing for me too. Is like, I'm not trying to be the star in this. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind being the face of it, the face of the brand. But I want people to know that the DJs are the stars. Just like when Screw was around, he was a star. Just like Watts is a star. You know what I'm saying? Like what we're doing with Choppaholix is not just me and pushing myself. It's pushing the culture, putting new music, screwing and chopping different artists' music, and putting on for new artists. You know what I'm saying? That's my real goal. And being able to see people like some homie named Lil Jesse and my boy Louis Rax.
Oh yeah, shout out to Lil Jesse.
Man, Lil Jesse, be on it. That boy got bars.
Without a doubt. Yeah.
So
I just did an event with Lil Jesse 2 weeks back.
Yeah, like them. My boy Louis Rax, people like that, that got talent that, you know, you can really vibe with their music. Cause look, man, I'm not one of them folks. If I don't like your music, I ain't gonna tell you it's good. I'm not gonna hate on it. But I think that's one thing that's missing in the game now is we used to have people like Pimp C and people like our friends would tell us if we came out with something whack, like Overdose would be like, hey bro, that shit don't work. Like you need to go rewrite that shit out. It's like anything goes. You know what I'm saying? It's popularity content, which is fine. But you know, it
ain't.
It comes back to the music, right?
Right.
And that's what I really want to do is promote quality artists and good people and good folks. You know what I'm saying? Like people that trying to do right and do it the right way, you know what I'm saying, and get the music out there, but they're really talented. Like Jesse got the bars, Louis Rax can sing, you know what I'm saying? Homeboy Tillo can do both, you know what I'm saying? You know, and it's still like I'll be working with cats like Highway Yella. We did some of his albums, GT Gardner, some of his albums. Buns is another hot artist out of Houston that we're going to be screwing and chopping to his album. So it's building that catalog to show different fans what we do and how we do it. And also outside the city, I'm trying to find people from outside of Texas. If they cold, you know what I'm saying, show them love. Like I had another artist named Lil Nita 225. She's from Louisiana. And she's like, man, bro, I got like 100 views the first day that you did it. Like, and that's a lot for her on her YouTube. But then she got even more hits on her Instagram and people peeping it. And she's like, bro, and I didn't even think that in Louisiana people knew about us like that, but they showing love. You know what I'm saying? So it's nice for me to see that since us screwing and chopping her video, we're showing her mic drop and showing love, helped her get some more people to like her music. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we trying to do, but do good business. Like if anyone does any funky business, I don't fuck with it. Like I'm gone. Like as soon as I hear some funky shit, I'm the first person to just walk out the door and be like, you know what? I can't do it. Like, you know, because a lot of people, they just in it for the money, or they trying to steal money from people or do it. That's not what we're here for. Like, I want to make sure I do good business at all times. You know, just like cats like you and you do. You know what I'm saying? That stand up business that people can know that it's gonna get whatever we say we're gonna do, we're gonna do. And if you pay for something, it's gonna get done. And we're gonna make sure that we're gonna take care of you. You know what I'm saying?
How did y'all learn to screw and chop video?
So, man, from DJ Drew was the one who initially was doing it. I know Haterproof used to do it, and then they stopped making music. But DJ Drew, I met, like I said, like a year ago, and he'll do it with some turntables, and he'll have it connected to a video, and then they'll connect it to a mixer. And basically, you have a video playing, a digital copy of a video playing, with the turntables work as the turntables. But then he adds effects and stuff too, to like he'll turn it purple or do all that, and so it's another avenue that we have because there's not anyone. But I know Red does them here and there, but I don't think anybody else does the Screw and Chop videos. But I know Drew brings a different flavor to it. You know what I'm saying? So it's dope. So that way we can do them both ways because before we didn't have the Screw and Chop videos, but also it's more visual. So we really plan on, like, from what I understand, my boy Infamous Tex told me that on their Tubi channel they're trying to put all our Screw and Chop videos on there. So I want to use that as a platform as well to show love to different artists. You know what I'm saying? Do stuff like that. Yeah. Shout out to Infamous Tex. He really held it down for me when I wasn't around, without him knowing that I wasn't cool with it, but I didn't have a problem with him because he didn't know. But it's really a blessing that someone like that cares so much about the company that I could realize and be like, man, you know what? I need to take care of this. And like, it's time
and he had a platform.
Yeah.
He used his platform. Tex is still connected to the grassroots.
Yeah.
He haven't let his spot on mainstream radio make him become some Hollywood fly. A lot of these guys, they super Hollywood fly.
And we still working together. Yeah. So we working on Straight Outta Texas Volume 3. We waiting on Bumpy Johnson to give us the final copy of his Wanna Be a Baller mix so we can have that done. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, Tex has been a blessing, you know what I'm saying? Tying us in with different artists and then just keeping us relevant whenever I wasn't even. And that's how I know that's God, because I wouldn't even think about this music and they found me a DJ after all this time. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, that's crazy how it works, and you get pulled back in. And
let me ask you this, for people who might not know, just enlighten people, because we all came up when DJ Screw and just that whole style of music was seemingly all you heard. Anywhere you went, somebody putting up, they jamming Screwed and Chopped, Slowed and Chopped, Flopped and Chopped, whatever name they want to put on it. So now with these new generations coming in and the popularity of maybe the Slowed and Chopped style is not as dominant as it was, how are y'all gonna be able to keep that? Are y'all relying on the old school fan bases, or how's it being introduced? Because these new cats, they listen to the regular.
Yeah, they listen. So
they got another thing called what is it called, slowed and reverb.
Yeah, they call it reverb, so they don't want to do that. Yeah, but they
listening to it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But I know it's not as many people listen to it than the older generation, but what's funny is you'll see the older generation tell the younger generation about us and what Screw is, and then they're like, okay, that's where the cups came from. And you know what I'm saying? Justin Bieber ruining syrup. I don't want to talk about that right now. The drink prices are too high right now, guys. It's ridiculous. That's all I'm going to say. It's time to put it down.
But look, I remember there was a time having a Screw playing in your car was necessary, but then at the same time, if you had screens, you had to have the chop and version of the video. The video, you couldn't really do your screens right without the video.
Man.
So that's one thing I always remember, that even as soon as I got my screens, I said I got to go find the beat and chop the videos, because that was another thing that y'all introduced to the culture that wasn't really there.
Yeah, man. Like I said, we just trying to, you know what I'm saying, keep this platform going and find new hot artists that want their music out there, and do these compilations with Tex and Hustle Town Network and other folks who want to work. We just trying to work, and it's a blessing that I found a team that works as a team. You know what I'm saying? It's not about me. It's not about one of them. It's about all of us together, working together to get to the same goal. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just grateful that I got a team that of people that aren't selfish. You know what I'm saying? And they know that I got their best interests at heart, and I know they got my best interests at heart. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me ask you this. So with the search going on for artists who want to work, you say you're looking for artists that's hungry, that's talented, that want to come in and be a part of projects and all that. Do you have thoughts of Choppaholix being a label where you sign it on? Okay, that's what I want.
I don't want people to come here and think that if I play your music, I'm gonna just try to sign you. And, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let people.
It's a separate. Okay. Yeah. We'll play your music. That don't mean you involved in.
We ain't gonna force nobody to sign. You know what I'm saying? We ain't doing none of that death row shit over here. We just try to. But eventually, I would if I found an artist that was cold enough, that I believed in enough, that was as serious to the craft that they should be, like you are, then I wouldn't mind. But I've spent a lot of time initially when I first got in a year ago trying to find people that wanted to be artists, and then I realized they didn't want to be a Choppaholix artist. They just wanted to say Choppaholix so they could say Choppaholix and then not promote our shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's finding the people who really respect the name and understand the equity that it has, and people that are serious about it. Because a lot of people aren't serious about music. Like they'll make music and they'll pay to go do shows and all this, but they don't give a damn. They be getting high all the time or doing whatever, worrying about broads or, you know, say nothing against that, you know, do what you do. But I'm trying to find somebody because I'm the adult, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a business and I'm trying to do good business. I ain't trying to have somebody where I got to worry about them playing with their nose too much or doing this or doing that. You know,
going to jail and all
that shit, bro. I mean, shit happens. I know that. Yeah. But it's just finding people that are responsible and that want to do the music, or that they're so talented that you ain't tripping if they doing all that because they just dope. You know what I'm saying? But really, it's hard to find just an artist that is serious about their craft, that isn't only thinking about themselves or thinking of their way to hit a lick versus what can I do to associate myself with different people that may have a name so that people can hear it. You know what I'm saying? Because people realize once I tell them, they're like, oh, so if I do something with y'all got all these folks that people that know about y'all and we're going to be exposed to them. Exactly. And so what I eventually want to do is come out with regular versions of everything too. So that way if people don't want to hear Screw and Chop, we're still putting on that artist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Artists, everybody had to be incentivized to work together. That had to be something that you have to offer them and something that they have to offer you. And a lot of times when you find the talent, all the company wants is for the talent to be responsible, you know, be as mature and responsible. Let that be equal to your talent.
Yeah.
Because if there's any imbalance, then you know, then it's not gonna work.
Yeah, especially nowadays, bro. Like, I'm glad drill rap is. I like drill rap, but I don't like what it represents, and I'm glad that it's not as big in Houston because I think it's just sad that like it's just going back to like, you know what I'm saying, the West Coast days when people were shooting each other. Like I don't like seeing younger generations just thinking that killing is normal and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I know it's an environment they grow up in, but I'm glad that down here we getting back to our player music, like Quiet Money Dot representing hard.
Man, come on, Dot.
Shout out to Quiet Money Dot. Yeah. I'm trying to do his album, man. I've been trying to tell him forever. Quiet Money Dot, give me, you know what I'm saying? Let's get the opportunity. You know, we'll do it for him and do videos or whatever. That boy wrecking, like he doing it old school, but he's actually got them bars, like for real.
No. Off the dome and pen game.
Yeah, and what I like is, you know what I'm saying, when you go to one of his concerts or go to where he's gonna flow, man, everybody knows his music word for word, bro. Yeah. He represent FaceTime nice. Like I feel like I'm proud somebody like that came out.
And you know that is a name that we can say have recently organically just built up, you know, just from and the key thing to what you said about Dot is he did do it kind of the old way.
Yeah.
You know,
he's been around doing it for a minute.
He's utilizing a lot of the new ways, but he's rooted in that old school way, you know, and it's refreshing to me because it proves that it could still work. Yeah. It was oh man, you got to do this and that. You just got to you got to grind. Whatever method that you utilize, you have to just put your feet on the gas and go hard.
I think too, bro, like he's got that gift like you do to rap, bro, to like make it sound the way it sounds.
Yeah,
play his shit. Like he ain't trying to sound like Pokey. He ain't trying to sound like but he got that Southside flavor.
Yeah, he got a unique voice. Yeah. To me, that don't really sound like nobody. I guess people could probably pull a little here and that aspect, but his voice is so it resonates, you know. It's cut.
Like he just talking to you.
Right.
So shout out to Quiet Money Dot. You know what I'm saying? We trying to squint chop all his music. So and the reason that I heard about him was through Hustle Time Network and Sauce Park. So shout out to Sauce Park too. Man. I know he be working with him too. But man, whatever we can do with Quiet Money Dot, we trying to do it, man. You know what I'm saying? That boy right there, hard. There's a lot of artists like that are out there that, you know what I'm saying, that we gotta find, you know what I'm saying? That's the goal.
So I'm 21 years old. I got my little music. I'm trying to do my thing. I see you somewhere. I walk up to you and I introduce myself. Hey man, I got some, man, check me out. And how did that process go where you say, all right, I'm gonna check you out, and then you hear that artist and you like it? What happens after that?
Man, I'm gonna hit you up. I mean, either way, if you send me your music, I'm gonna hit you up and say thank you, you know what I'm saying, whatever.
Right.
But like if I really like it, I'm finna be like, say bro, like if you got more music you're making, let me know and I'll probably promote it. Or let me know if you need to know how to do certain things, because most time they're self-sufficient in getting their music done. But it's finding the ones that want to do the music and actually put out consistent music.
Right.
But whatever, I'm gonna be just like I am with Quiet Money Dot or anybody. I'm gonna text you, bro. I'm gonna hit you up and be like, say, bro, that shit is like fire.
Right.
You know, every Sunday we try to drop something new. You know what I'm saying? Promote artists, and we get a lot of love on the TikTok and the Instagram, and even on the Facebook. But you know, that's what we're trying to do, trying to find new artists that want to do that. So, I mean, anybody can come up to me if they need their stuff, you know, you want me to check it out, or send something to choppaholixmusicgroup@gmail.com, or hit us up on our social media pages. If you got hot music you're trying to get played, man, I'm trying to play that shit. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you got that raw talent.
What's the social media page?
It's at Choppaholix Music Instagram, at Grady the Hustler Instagram, official Choppaholix on TikTok. And then we got a couple other ones right there. We're just trying to get a Twitch and add some other stuff up. But really, it's been Facebook, Instagram, TikTok at the moment. But it's been dope. And like I said, we just looking for talent, bro. Like anybody. I'm not trying to like gain nothing from it. I just want to find the next Quiet Money Dot or the next.
Look, man, and that's what I was just about to say, bro. How often do you come across somebody that wants to help, wants to take somebody to the next level, and doesn't have ulterior motives of trying to, okay, I'm gonna see if I can get you so I can get you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, we ain't doing that.
That's just a rare, but it used to be like that, you know, because that's I'm telling you from experience, that's who Screw was.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just play your music.
Yeah,
He like your music.
I like it, and it's like once he realized that he had the ability to break it, he knew that was the power that Screw popped his collar on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can put you out in the street. I can put this on a tape that I know everybody and their mama getting ready to go get down with, and overnight everybody.
Bro.
See, that's what we need more of, man. It ain't that no more, man.
Because he birthed careers.
Yeah.
90% of them cats wasn't even trying to be rappers.
Yeah, bro. You know.
Yeah.
You know, it's the big ass mold.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and just really the beauty again of Screw was that the love he showed wasn't just relegated to the Screwed Up clique.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he screwed and chopped
South
Park Police, Sebo, people out of town, street military, everybody, you know, and people that may not have been as out there, he took guys to the next. As far as your talent can go, he'll put you on there. It's on you after that.
I remember Southside Grooving, bro.
Yeah.
Man, the song with you and Zero, I still hear it in my head like all the time. It might not have.
Oh yeah. And Screw didn't actually do though. That was after he passed. But we got so much stuff that he did actually put his hands on that we grateful for, man. And it seems like you trying to grab that torch. So what made you, before we get you out here, what made you say, man, I'm gonna do it? And now how you view it now moving forward, will there be any stoppage?
Yeah.
Or or is it just to infinity and beyond now?
Nah, man, especially because so first, whenever they was running it, I was like, I'm cool with it, what they doing. And then I started noticing things change. And I have a specific view and respect for this brand that I got to have it ran a certain way and do it the right way. So now that I've got the DJs that I was blessed with without looking for them, and the way that things are happening, I'm able to see different artists and show them love. And the simple fact that people will come up to me and they're like, bro, like, it's an honor to meet you, an honor to meet Choppaholix. And I know how much it means to people, and these discs mean to people, and you see these mean to people. I just want to keep them coming. Yeah. I want them to know that it ain't gonna stop. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, we gonna keep doing it, little by little, try to grow from there, and possibly get on a radio station. We're working on our own app, also working on our website right now. You know what I'm saying? But we just really trying to put on for new artists. We really want to play your music. You know what I'm saying? I want people to hear that shit. I want to see somebody blow up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I ain't trying to sign you or none of that. You know, if you want to sign with us, that's a different story. But I ain't just trying to look at you and be like, all right, bro, I'm gonna hit you over the head, or I'm gonna manage you. Nah, bro, I just want to play your shit, bro. Square business.
I just never understood why signing somebody has to mean that you got to rob them.
Yeah.
Like, it used to be a saying in the music business. It doesn't really apply much now with streaming and how all that crap goes on. But it used to be a saying that said, "It's enough money for everybody."
Yeah.
And back then it was, and now it still is. depending on how we work it. So I never grasped that concept of I'm signing you to just mess over you. You know, I feel like the business relationship would be so much better if I treat my artists, you know, the way that they should
like
be treated.
I am with my DJs, bro.
Yeah.
Like if they're making bread, I'm not finna take all their bread. You know what I'm saying? They're doing most of the work. I'm gonna make sure they eat. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Before anybody. That's just the type of dude I am, and maybe that's a disadvantage, but you know what I'm saying? I like to do good business, and I believe in it.
It's a disadvantage for people whose morals ain't in line, whose business morals are not in line, who just feel like if $20 million is generated, I got to take $19,990,090 and I give you $10. You know, that's a sickness to me. That's a diseased mind, in my opinion, because you want to keep everybody else underfoot while you steady
and
growing and elevating.
You know what I'm saying? That ain't me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My brother, he can sell salt to a slug. Me, I'm gonna tell you straight up, hey bro, don't buy that. You got bad credit. Hey, don't do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I can never be a salesman. And that's what I like about like selling these CDs that people pay for. It's like I don't feel like I'm robbing somebody when I sell them the CD.
Come on,
they
man.
know what they get.
That's right.
They know what they get. You know what I'm
right.
saying? And I'm always gonna sell something that I believe in. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a good salesman to sell things that I don't believe in.
Yeah, you got to believe in your product.
Yeah, and I really do believe in our product and what we got and the equity that it has. You know what I'm saying? And just bringing it back to that spot. You know what I'm saying? And just finding them new artists and going from there. And
how is the CD game treating you these days? Because you know, with the streaming, you know, we go through that wall time. You see, we still got we still move physical copies, but a lot of people are shying away because the audience ain't really. They're not as prevalent as far as the audience.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we know we're getting robbed by the streaming service.
Yeah.
So how have the CDs been still active for you?
I just recently, man, within the last like couple of months, you know, gathered all the stuff together and started promoting it, saying we're gonna start selling it. And I started figuring out, you know, seeing, testing the waters. And when I saw how people was getting them, like I almost sold out of stuff, and I was like, damn, bro, like they buying them. They want that hard copy because it's something classic. You know what I'm saying? Because I offer them digital copies that are like $5 cheaper, and I can send it to them, but they're like, "No, I want the hard copy." You know what I'm saying? And it's just so we just trying to keep it coming. If they want that classic stuff, we're gonna have it. We're also gonna have it digital. You know, to each their own on what they want. But I think a lot of people that grew up with CDs, they like to have that physical CD in their hand. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. These youngsters, they just know about streaming, but. Yeah. You know how the streaming go, bro. So, but we also get on streams because we're screwing and chopping different people like DC Garza's albums and doing stuff like that. So we trying to hit them both ways. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, every Sunday we do mic drops. If anyone's ever interested in doing a mic drop, whether you got a cameraman and you shoot something that you want that's exclusive, you send it to us. We'll screw and chop it. We'll play it on Sundays. We get a lot of people viewing those. If you don't have a video man, I'll get you a video man to do it, and we'll screw and chop it. You know what I'm saying?
So,
you put on your blog.
So y'all don't have a specific location. Y'all get people to send in their own mic.
So they say so we have a cameraman we work with and different people we work with, but a lot of times folks have their own camera guys they want to work with and do things. So I'm like, if you got something that you can send me, it ain't even got to be long. It'll be just something exclusive or some new song that you're not putting out yet, and you send it to me. And it's dope. Let's go dope visual. We can score and chop it. We play it on a Sunday, and it gets a lot of views from audience that you may not have never had that audience around before. Yeah. So we just try to keep it consistent every Sunday with new stuff, and then I'm gonna start getting a little bit busier and dropping new things like that as well.
And I'm gonna do me one then and send it to you, man. I'm gonna do me a mic drop, man.
That'll be a blessing. That'll be a blessing.
For sure. I got you, man.
Yeah, so we're gonna need that, and I appreciate you. You always been A1 with it. Hey, I knew about this man when I was like 14, 15 years old. He gave me the two verses, and then he taught me how to record because I had asthma, so I would lose my breath. How to record 2 bars, let it run 2 bars, record 2 bars, and then fill them in.
The space is open, man. No, man. How you doing, man? But brother, we sure appreciate you coming through. We grateful for you keeping the Choppaholix legacy going, because you like say you OG member anyway. Sure. But for you to keep that name going, keep that thing going, those who know how popular and how popping it was. So to bring it back, man, you know, we honor you. You walking in a particular purpose right now, man.
Yeah, man.
Plain and simple.
Just trying to walk in proper shoes like I'm supposed to. Yeah. And like I said, I feel like God really lined things up because I wasn't even thinking about it. And they found my DJ, and I found the other DJ, and everybody's down, and we cool. And the way people are reassuring me when I'm going places, I can't even believe that this means that much to them.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I gotta really take care of this baby and do what I need to do it right. Yeah. just do good business. But I'm just excited for the K Reno mic drop. You know what I'm saying?
Coming, man. I done said it. It's gonna happen.
Man.
Let me ask you this: as soon as you created those Instagrams and those social media accounts with the Choppaholix on there, how fast did people just start?
Pretty damn quick, bro.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it'll be like 2,000 one day, then 3,000 the next day, then 4,000 the next day. And it's even out a little bit now.
Yeah.
But I know that we had an old TikTok page that somebody opened and we couldn't unlock it. So I made a new one like 3 or 4 months ago, and that's already at like 3,000 or 4,000. You know what I'm saying? So people pay attention, and people sometimes they'll be like, oh, I'm on Instagram, I'm not gonna get on TikTok. If you're tripping, if you're not on TikTok, because you got way bigger fan bases that watch stuff on there than versus on Instagram. It seems like
Hooked to that
Instagram is turning into what Facebook is, you know what I'm saying?
It went from MySpace to Facebook. The next best thing always coming along. You know
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they take advantage of that TikTok, because like I told my DJ Crazy, I said, say bro, I need you to screw and chop some country, some Morgan Wallen, something like that, some Post Malone, and he did it, and man, people love it, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, and you know, we will do custom mixes as well. If somebody needs something custom mixed, like this is just some tracks they want screwed and chopped from different artists, we do that as well. But mainly we do albums. If you need your album screwed and chopped, or you need your video screwed and chopped, your single screwed and chopped, you want to do a mic drop, you know what I'm saying? You want to collab with us, you know, let me know. We trying to, you know,
and they contact y'all to do that from where?
Yeah, at Choppaholix Music, at Choppaholix Music Group at gmail.com, or our social medias. Or man, you can hit up my number. I'll give out my phone number. I ain't even tripping. 832-533-5556. Shoot me a text or leave me a message. Tell me who you are, how you trying to work. Let me know what you're trying to do, man.
There it is. My brother, grade A, Choppaholix in the building, man. Just y'all he's extended the invite. Yeah. So if you don't move on it, it's up to you, man.
Oh yeah, let me ask you this. Also, check out Underground Dialogue on TikTok. We never put it in there.
Oh really?
Yeah, we got a TikTok
I didn't know we had a TikTok.
Yeah, we got one. It's Underground Dialogue Pod, I think.
Well, y'all need to send me a message so I can promote y'all's. You know what I'm
Hey
saying?
man, look, we found out at the same time. I didn't know. But that's on me. I'll be out the loop, man. I was wrong.
Underground Dialogue.
Oh yeah. All right, man. Well, this your big brother K Reno.
This your boy Key Stone.
Underground Dialogue Podcast, man, and we
out this month.
Man, it is.
It's your big brother K Reno. Look, man, the Underground Dialogue website is back in function. We back in motion, man. If y'all want Underground Dialogue Podcast merch, whatever you need, go to undergrounddialogue.com and check us out. And always make sure that every Wednesday night, y'all are checking out the Underground Dialogue Podcast right on YouTube, 9 p.m. Central Time. Yeah! What's up, man? It's your big brother K Reno, and check this out, man. The Underground Dialogue Podcast is offering advertising opportunities, man. You can promote your business, you can promote your video, your song, whatever it is that you have, man. Reach out to us if you're interested in promoting on the Underground Dialogue Podcast. All you got to do is email us at undergrounddialoguepodcast@gmail.com. Get it. What up, man? It's your big brother K Reno. I'm proud to announce that I'm a new brand ambassador to this new brand of clothing and shoes called Volas. Y'all make sure that y'all support this. It's already available. Houston-based company, straight out the A. Look at the quality of the packaging itself. We ain't even got to the shoes yet, man. And this is just one pair of shoes, one design. They got all kinds of dope designs of shoes that you guys can choose from. Go to volas.biz and find your order, find what you want. Wide selection to choose from, male and female items, and I'm proud to be a part of it, man. Community workers, versatile products, Volas, manufactured in Italy. Look at the quality of this box, man. Y'all don't know what it is. Catch y'all later on.